Everyone knows this red guy. Big belly, white beard, red suit. The moment he appears on screen, we all say the same name, Santa Claus. But here's a little secret. He hasn't always looked like this. The jolly, chubby red Santa we know today is actually just the final level of a story that's thousands of years old. We all imagine him as an old man in a red coat living at the North Pole with his elves and flying reindeer buried in snow. But the truth is a little warmer. Around 3000 BC, with the Sumerians and Assyrians, a great tree of life standing in the center. It stands for fertility, immortality, and the link between heaven and earth. Down on the Nile at solstice, Egyptians hung palm branches in their homes as a sign that Ra, the sun god, was healing and returning, a promise. Don't worry, the sun comes back. In the frozen darkness of northern winters, pagan families carried sacred fir, spruce and mistletoe indoors for Yule, believing evergreens house the gods, promised spring's return, and quietly evolved into today's Christmas tree. Further east in Central Asia, Turkic and Altai peoples celebrated Nardugan, the born sun festival, lighting fires on snowy plains and gathering by a sacred tree to greet the sun's return after darkness. In Rome, Saturnalia began around December 17th, a week of chaos where masters and slaves shared the same table, some masters even serving their servants as the city turned into one giant upside-down carnival. During Saturnalia, people exchanged small gifts, wax figures, trinkets, little tokens of affection, so that wild feasts, presents, and brief social chaos became the rough prototype of the modern Christmas party vibe we know today. In the beginning, the main Christian holiday is not Christmas at all, but Easter, the celebration of Christ's resurrection. There isn't really a birthday party for Jesus on the calendar yet. People were deeply attached to their old pagan festival dates, loving the days and the rituals. So instead of erasing them, the church chose a clever shortcut. Keep the calendar exactly the same. Just change the meaning. In Rome, December 25th was already sacred to Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun, until 4th century church leaders simply rebranded that same date as Jesus' birthday. So the festival stayed, only the god on the banner changed. In the 15th and 16th centuries, December 24th is known as Adam and Eve's Day. On this day, people bring fir trees into churches and homes and decorate them with bright red apples. The apples represent the forbidden fruit in the Garden of Eden. The tree itself becomes a symbol of the Christian tree of life and the promise of salvation. In 19th century Lauscher, German glassblowers began making delicate glass balls for trees, replacing apples and nuts. Their shimmering ornaments, shiny red, gold, and silver baubles, became the sparkling ancestors of our modern Christmas decorations today. Candles were clipped onto Christmas tree branches, each flame meant to show Jesus as the light of the world, magical in a dark winter room, and also just one spark away from disaster. People soon realized real candles on a dry tree were basically a beautiful indoor fire trap, so the tradition shifted. The decorated tree stayed safely inside, while the live candlelight rituals quietly moved outside into yards and gardens. In 1882, Edward H. Johnson, a colleague of Thomas Edison, wrapped wires around his Christmas tree and hung red, green, and blue electric bulbs, turning open flames into the world's first string lights. Level complete. We've fully unlocked the Christmas tree, but the still-locked Big Boss is challenging us to uncover his true origin. We go back to a small sun-baked town on the Mediterranean coast, where a quiet but stubbornly kind bishop named Nicolas walks through the cold night with a heavy bag of gold over his shoulder. In a nearby house, a poor father with 3 daughters is desperate. Without dowries, they cannot marry and may be forced into a miserable fate. Nicolas wants no praise, only to save them. Under cover of darkness, so no one will see him, he tosses small bags of gold down the chimney, where they fall into stockings and pots, and in a single night, the family's destiny changes. Soon his feast day, December 6th, became a night when children left out shoes and woke to sweets and small presents, turning St. Nicholas from a quiet bishop into the secret patron of surprise gifts. In Holland, St. Nicholas evolved into Sinterklaas, a bishop in a red mitre arriving by ship, riding through town and leaving gifts for children, the old-world prototype of the Santa Claus that America would later adopt. New Amsterdam, which would later become New York. On their tongues, Sinterklaas slowly morphed into Santa Claus, and the old bishop on a horse began a new life in America. At first, Santa still looked a lot like a thin, serious church figure in many drawings. But in the 1800s, writers and illustrators started to reshape him. In 1823, the poem A Visit from St. Nicholas, better known as What Was the Night Before Christmas, fixed Santa as a jolly, plump little man, riding a sleigh with 8 flying reindeer, lugging a bulging sack of toys, slipping down chimneys at night, then returning to his North Pole toy workshop. In the 19th century, rising capitalism and big department stores discovered Christmas as the perfect excuse for non-stop shopping, turning quiet winter holy days into bright streets, crowded shop windows, and a new ritual of family gift buying every year. Then, in 1848, a famous illustration of Queen Victoria, Prince Albert, and their children standing around a Christmas tree spread through newspapers, turning the royal living room into a trend, and making the Christmas tree fashionable across Britain and America. When winter came, cola sales froze too, and the company realized they needed a new story to make cola feel right in the cold. Marketers wanted to break the summer-only image and make cola feel right in December too, a drink you could enjoy by the fire with family. To sell the idea of refreshing even in winter, they turned to Santa himself, painting the world's favorite winter grandfather happily drinking cola so viewers would think, if Santa enjoys it in the snow, we can too. Artist Haddon Sundblom first based his Santa on a friendly retired salesman named Lou Prentice. And after Lou passed away, he quietly used his own face in the mirror, painting the same jolly Santa for decades. Before Sundblom, Santa appeared in all kinds of colours: blue, green, purple, orange, even brown. But his paintings locked the character into a rich red suit with white fur trim, mirroring the cola brand and defining the official Santa look. Over time, those winter ads trained our brains so well that many people now instantly link the red-white Santa to cola. You don't even need a bottle on screen, just show Santa, and the brand quietly appears in your mind. In the end, it doesn't matter if your story began with Ra, Yule, Nardugan, or Santa. All these traditions meet in one place. People gathering to laugh, share, and hope. So this year, celebrate awake and have a truly happy new year. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button and share it with the people you care about, so the light of science can reach everyone.